Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your November 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic Cross spread as always, and I also pulled the 4 Agreements and Wisdom Oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology as we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Right, so we have 2. So second house energy for you guys is Libra. Astrologically speaking, it's a little quiet there. I mean, we still do have the South Node there, but we're just wrapping up Libra season, so not too much energy still going on there. But yeah, in general, second house energy points to possession, self-worth, and finances. Right, we have Virgo, so that's you guys, of course. And again, astrologically speaking, anyway, there's not really much going on there, but could just be saying that you guys might be focused on yourselves quite a bit this month. And we have Uranus. So Uranus has been in Taurus for quite some time. It's retrograde, and then there's actually going to be a full moon in Taurus right around the middle of the month, and it will be aspecting Uranus. So we could definitely see how that energy could come into play. And for you guys, Taurus energy is 9th house of philosophy, higher learning, and foreign affairs. So keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. All right, in the main situation position, we have the Strength card, which is the Major Arcana card for Leo. And challenging that, we have the 10 of Swords. So this is Gemini energy here, which is your 10th house of career, and then this is 12th house energy for you guys. So it could just be saying that maybe for some of you, you felt like you've been holding yourselves back in some way. So for some of you, for example, maybe there is an opinion that you've been holding back on expressing, right? So again, for some of you, it could be within the workplace, given that this is 10th house energy for you guys as the challenge. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that, right? I mean, Leo energy could also point to creativity, things along those lines there. So maybe if you felt like you've possibly even being a little bit more controlling around that area of life, you might actually find yourself finally letting that go this month. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy here. And this could just be saying that you might be looking at maybe things that you built up over time and seeing that they're not necessarily returning the investment back to you in the way they once did, right? So for some of you, given that we see Pentacle energy there and we talked about the potential work environment situation here already, for some of you, maybe that's within your job, right? Maybe you feel like, in the past, maybe the amount of work you put in might have felt like you were well compensated for it. Now you might feel like you're just spinning your wheels, right? You put in the same amount of effort at your job, but it's not necessarily getting you the same amount of compensation back. Things along those lines there. So you could be deciding if it's still the right pathway for you or not at this time. All right, in the past position, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is Libra energy here. So yeah, so at the very least, this tells me that during Libra season, you guys have really been looking at that, right? Maybe you've been really reflecting and asking yourselves if there's maybe a way that you've been holding yourselves back around a certain situation and trying to figure out the best way forward from there. All right, in the present position, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is actually a Virgo card here. So yeah, to me, this says at the very least, looks like either you figured out what the situation was and you're already back on the right path at this time, or if not that, it could just be saying that maybe for some of you it was more of a perception thing, right? Where maybe you saw yourselves at more of a 7 of Pentacles stage where realistically you were actually at the 10 of Pentacles. So it could have just been one of those things where maybe you were being a little more self-critical, and that could have been what was hindering you. But yeah, if I was you, if there was an actual practical problem that could be solved, it looks like you guys might already be working on that. Right. In the near future position, we have the 3 of Wands. So this is Aries energy here. So yeah, this is, we just had that full moon in Aries, so it could be tied into that. But either way, I feel like this is saying that this does seem to make it a little bit more likely that some of you have figured out that there was an issue and you've already made some adjustments to it. And now I feel like this is saying that now you're just waiting to see the feedback on that, right? So whatever things you might have tweaked, you're like, okay, well, now that I've made those adjustments on my end, let me see if that's actually what was at at play there, what was actually causing the blockage, or if there's more things that need to adjust. Right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Three of Cups. So yeah, this is Cancerian energy here. So to me, this is another indicator that it looks like you are already on the pathway to correcting whatever issues were going on here. So for a lot of you, this might have been more of a past situation that you've been clearing up. Like I said, maybe you did some of the heavy lifting during Libra season, and now you're already back on the right path. All right. In the environment position, we have Temperance. So yeah, this is an energy of Sagittarius, and of course we'll be in Sagittarius season toward the end of November. Mercury's going to be in Sagittarius for most of the month. It's actually going to start a retrograde in Sagittarius as well toward the end of the month, so you can definitely see how that could come into play. Venus is going to be in Sagittarius until a little bit before the middle of the month, so definitely plenty of energy moving through there. But yeah, and then given that this is fourth house energy for you guys, maybe this is saying that even just being within your home environment, maybe reconnecting with family, could be part of what helps you restore that balance too. All right, and the hopes or fears position, we have the Queen of Cups. So yeah, so for some of you, more Cancerian energy here for one, but it could just be saying that for some of you, maybe you've had a fear of losing out on something, right? So maybe that could have been what was driving you to constantly wear yourselves out, right? So maybe that's what it's been around. Maybe with that Strength card, it's actually learning to know when to take action and know when to hold back. So maybe you guys have just been, maybe you've been burning yourselves out, and that's why you haven't been getting the same return on the amount of work you put in. And maybe you felt like, okay, maybe I need to look at that and realize, am I doing that for the right reasons, right? And whatever the case may be, it looks like you're already making the adjustments you need. All right, and in the outcome position, we have Justice, so more Libra energy here. So yeah, so to me, this says that ultimately you are going to figure out what was going on, what corrections need to be made, and it looks like as we get to the end of the month, you already feel like you're right back on the right path, and now, you will feel like what you put out there, you get back in return equally. Whereas, like I said, it looks like that might have been out of balance for a while. So, yeah, looks like whatever adjustments you'll be making this month will turn out for the best. All right, and bottom of the deck we have the Lovers. So this is actually the major arcana card for Gemini. So yeah, this is another indicator that this could definitely be something that could have been related to your careers in some way. But if not that, this could even point to divine intervention sometimes, right? So we see the two figures there. It looks like there's an angelic figure behind them, clearing out things. So it could just be one of those things where for some of you, again, like I said, it's a very practical, tangible step you've made to actually get yourselves back on the right path. And for others of you, maybe there is something more spiritual involved in getting you on the right path. But either way, looks like you will see some positive momentum there. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Don't Take Anything Personally. And it won't focus. And it says your truth is personal to you. And my camera's being a pain right now, but that aside, see if we can get this. All right, at least that's focusing. So it says, your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It is no one's truth but yours. So definitely an interesting message there, right? Especially because, like we did mention, we will have Mercury retrograde, and that's going to be in your fourth house too. So, for example, let's say maybe if you've been striking out on a different path from how you were brought up originally, right? And maybe that could be what the temperance energy means for some of you, which is to say, all right, you're finding that balance of what does work for you as far as beliefs that you might have had from your early upbringing and what fits more for your lives now, right? And striking a balance there. So for some of you, that could be what you're looking at there too. But we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle card has to say. You guys got Milk and Honey. Here's the artwork, and the number is 51. So let's see what this has to say. All right, so essential meanings says the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. The Oracle's message: you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. So interesting message there, because reading that made me feel like maybe the strength card is pointing to maybe you've been holding yourselves back in some way as far as expression, right? So, I was saying maybe it was more of not saying something within a work environment or things along those lines, but it could just be in general. You might have been holding yourselves back, right? Maybe not showing your levels of creativity, for example, things along those lines, but it's saying that as you express yourself more authentically, you will see the rewards for that. All right, the relationship message says sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding, and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. So yeah, definitely a positive message there for those of you looking for some relationship guidance. So hopefully that resonated. Okay, and then the prosperity message says says there is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is Spirit's emissary in the world. When you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Now is the time when you're seeking your true north. When you find this direction, you automatically step into prosperity, and the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. With every choice you make right now, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Be open to them. You're getting a sweet taste of what you want. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well. Like I said, definitely looks like you might have been stuck for a while, but it looks like you're already on your way to clearing all that up. And from there, it looks like pretty positive forward momentum. So hope it ever resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.